Welcome to the ceramics art department. We have 3 different wheel heads here that you can choose from. They're lovely labeled 1, 2, 3. So when you start coming and becoming a member, you get to pick which one you want to use. We all have our favorite wheel. So you can choose, I want to use number 2, you can book it online. And then just pick whatever hours, whatever days you want to come and use it. So we all know that it's being used at that time. Then you're responsible for all your cleanup. So you have to make sure there's no clay anywhere. Shouldn't be on the wheels, shouldn't be on any of the supplies or on the floor. So after you're all done throwing, you would just mop the whole floor, clean up everything. We have sinks outside, so I'm going to go show you the sinks. We'll clean everything out here. This is our sink. It's attached to the hose. It'll work and clean everything out. When it's all done, you can dry it. There's normally a mop over here too. And then once it's all clean, you can have stuff dry. We'll have stuff dry also on these drying racks. Because these are our supplies for the wheels. Everything that's ours will stay in its spots. So these are our splashboards and everything for all of these. And then we also have a slab roller for slab building. And we have a bunch of storage for your artwork. So this area over here is just for everyone to use once you're a member. So this is, I threw my 10 pots today. I need them to dry out and I need to wrap them up. So that's where these will all be for. They're not to live here, they're just for getting it to the right spot so you can work on it and then get it to where it's dry so that we can fire it. Then once it's ready to be fired, it'll go over here and you'll be responsible for moving your own work over here. So we have our bisque square down here. So whenever it's dry, you won't put it over here while it's still wet. Once it's ready to be fired, it'll go in this section over here, and then here up is going to be our cone work. So this will be for after it's already glazed. So you're responsible for just getting your own glazes for right now. But we are working on getting a couple community glazes. Everything's ready. You'll have your name on the bottom. That helps a lot too, to make sure that we know that it's yours afterwards. And then this is for when it's ready to be fired. If you wanted to do something that wasn't at a cone 6, you can, as long as you talk to one of the mentors, which is me, Ike, or Allie.
Who are you?
3.
I said, who are you?
I'm Jess. So you can talk to me, Jess, Ike, or Allie. And just message us on Slack, and we'll get back to you. One of us is always around. And then we can go over how you can do different cones. So we can only do up to a 10, but no, we don't really do that high of a firing. But normally some people like a cone 5, cone 4. You would just need to get the right things for measuring it in the kiln. And then as long as you have enough products to fill up the kiln, we can do that. And then speaking of our kilns, they're over here. So this is our kiln room right now. We have 2 kilns going. So, depending on how much work we'll have, we'll either use the bigger one or the smaller one. The only people that are allowed to touch the kilns are the mentors or the approved kiln operators. If you're not one of them, you don't touch them. Nothing about them. And then always just pretend like it's hot. So you never want to be touching them because you don't know if one's cooling off or if it's still on. So just never touch the kilns, just make sure. Once all of your products are fired, they're going to be over here for pickup. So this area especially is not for things to stay. This is, oh my gosh, your beautiful artwork is done. Please take it home or glaze it and then put it back over there for glazing. Then we have classwork and then mentors storage area. And then, oh, but if you do, if you want to do that kiln, you'll have to pay for your own firing. So you also book that online and then talk to your mentor about firing it for you. Also our area, so you can do wedging here or any building over here. This is all of our space. And then just making sure that we keep it clean. Cleaning would be making sure there's no kiln residue anywhere. So clay is really bad for you to inhale, so we definitely don't want to be leaving that out for anybody else to be inhaling or ourselves. So even dried on the table, on the floors, over here. We don't want clay dust anywhere because that can get into your lungs. So we want to make sure that we're always leaving whatever we use and everywhere. And even if you see it dirty, if someone else like missed something, just clean it up. It's not a big deal. Everyone will do their own part. And then just making sure you can't see anything. So like floors will be clean, chairs are clean, tables are clean, all of your materials. If you use, we have class materials for the ceramic department. If you use those supplies, just make sure they're clean before you put them back. So everything you use has to be individually clean.